I ain't been live in a few days. Been real busy. What up, YouTube? I miss y'all. I really do. So we're gonna get back onto Black Americans' hidden history, because a lot of us believe a lie. Most of us are indigenous land. Come on, we did not come from Africa. A very small portion came from Africa. But what they did was like in Puerto Rico. When I went to Puerto Rico, and so African here, Puerto Ricans recognize and celebrate their African roots. That's one thing I love about them. And they still have the dances. They still have the culture. I was blown away. But when I went on the tour, tour guide, and she said, keep it light. We're indigenous. Every race comes from us. We are inventors. We are so much, to this land. What a con. What do you mean? Why is that a con? But like I said, come on, streamer. And like I said, most of us did not come from Africa. Some of us did the finding. And the fifth question on the census, in every sense, it was taken out up until like the 18th was one of the questions, which means that we were already here. That's your proof right there. But we inventors, we everybody steals everything from us as far as our culture, everything. We the most hated but the most loved at the same time. What you doing? What's the title? Black Americans Hidden Identity. And this is what AI said, because my son told me to start using AI. Hidden identity for Black Americans refers to suppressed ancestral roots due to slavery, the blending of diverse African cultures into new identity, complex modern racial classifications, multiracial Black immigrant, and explorations of deeper heritage, including connections to indigenous people or biblical Israelites, are the fallacious. I'm sorry, the other people are Ashkenazi Jews and they stole that. Okay, anyway, that's another topic for another day when I go into Zionism. All shaped by shared experience of racism, resilience, creating a rich, multifaceted sense of self beyond just color, just skin color. The transatlantic slave trade violently severed connections to specific African nations, languages, and cultures, leaving many without knowledge of their precise heritage. Origins, which, but if you go back to the libraries, you can find through census records, your family, if you know where you came from down south. A unique identity emerged from the fusion of various African traditions, creating a shared culture and collective memory forged in experience of savior and expression. See, and that's one thing I hate, that they think our history started with slavery when you the original man woman created. All life came from the black woman. We had the Eve gene, the the mitochondrial gene that nobody else has but a black woman. Hey Ocean, what's up? Ocean is the best fish. Hey, what's up? No, that's not what I said. I don't. That's not what I'm saying about slavery. I said that they always start out like we our history began in, and that's not a fact because the Old Testament is all black. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about statistically as I'm on AI and what they're saying. Mm. Today, black identity is diverse, including multicultural individuals, black immigrants, and those with Hispanic backgrounds. Being black isn't just about race, it involves internal cultural definitions, shared experience, and family narratives that shape self understanding. Minimize black contributions require active efforts to uncover those hidden stories like the black elite or black Indians. Because there were black Indians. Who said the Bible is a coloring book? I didn't say that. I said the Old Testament is all black. That was black folk, period. Do your history. What does it say you were made out of? Well, you need to do the research because it says you were made out. Dirt ain't white. And the Quran says mud. That's not white. Mm, mm, mm. We are the only culture that reproduce every race. Do you personally? Facts. All right, so let's get into these videos. I just want to give because I gotta clean this stuff. I got so much. Here we go. How do I have her all on here? Oh, I like this one.
It's so weird watching black people get mad at white people for starting a community. No, we'd be to see black people starting black community. No, you would learn it on this app that every time a successful black community has been started, white people didn't jump in and destroy it. Don't be like Lanier looks beautiful, doesn't it? It was a wonderful black community until it got too successful. And then white people ran the black people out of their community, dammed up a river, and flooded their town. It's all right though. Tons of white people lose their lives every single summer. I don't know why. More. What about in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I see StreamYard is acting up as usual. Let me just close this.
In white people history, that they killed 6 people. It was closer to 200. 200 people that they massacred. Anyways, what were you saying about you'd be so happy if black people created a successful black town?
Because we already had that. Oh shit, now I need this something else.
We need to stop believing the myth. In this country, what we call education is actually indoctrination. And it takes us from the ages 5 to the age of 18 to thoroughly indoctrinate people so that they will believe in the myth of white superiority. And it is a myth.
Right.
Now, you can't do that while you're teaching that Columbus discovered America.
Fact.
Before Columbus was born.
Facts.
We teach black history 300,000 to 500,000 years ago.
Facts.
The human race began with black women.
Facts.
My
StreamYard is pissing me off.
This country, what we call education is actually indoctrination. And it takes us from the ages of 5 to the age of 18 to thoroughly indoctrinate people so that they will believe in the myth of white superiority.
Fact.
Y'all came from the same black women. 300,000.
Come on.
On this continent, 4,000 years before Columbus was born.
Right.
We teach black history.
Hey, Therapy. What's up, boo?
Came from the same black women. 300,000 to 500,000 years ago. The human race began with black women.
Facts.
My cousin, and you are all my cousins.
America, the imperial heir of Europe, the neoliberal economic fire. Well, America is descending into madness. You're descending into madness because you're cursed. That's why I've said you cannot properly analyze geopolitics. You cannot properly analyze geopolitics if you exclude the reality of divine justice.
Come
You
on.
cannot exclude God of
StreamYard, get on my damn. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna have to.
wicked as America has been.
End this. I'm gonna end this. If this does this one more time, I'm gonna end it and just come back on my phone.
The suffering of whole continents at your hands is going to ricochet back onto America. I
Facts.
said you're cursed. You know it and I know it. Religious sense. Any religious sense of justice and not know that. Even if you're a Christian, you must be
In this. This shit is getting on my damn nerves. Damn, and let me end this.